Greetings and welcome to the wide world of old drunken discography, where all friends and fans come together to BS, argue, occasionally agree, and discuss a musical artist. This week's musical artist is the Ramones. If you've been following along, you know we're talking about Acid Eaters, or if you saw the thumbnail and said, who the fuck is talking about the Ramones Acid Eaters in 2024? Well, that'd be us. I'm your host, Jason. My other host is Bill.
I'm a substitute.
And Tim.
Howdy.
Tim's got a little bit of a delay tonight, but we are talking Acid Eaters, so yeah, be sure to like, subscribe. We're an unscripted show, and we're talking Acid Eaters. Now, all of us listen to Acid Eaters. I guess I'll start this one off. This was the first Ramones record that had come out that I was aware of. I watched a lot of MTV and Cartoon Network in 1993, so they were on Space Ghost. They were around. Space Ghost still a brilliant show, stands test of time. So this is a covers record. Journey to the Center of the Mind, meh. Fuck Ted Nugent, and I'm not a fan of the vocals. Substitute, they nail it. Out of Time, they nail it. The Shape of Things to Come, I don't know the original, but it's great. Somebody to Love is fine. I still prefer the original on that one, though. When I was young, meh, sounds more like the Doors than the Animals, which is weird, but okay. 7 and 7 is the second best song on the album. It's 1 minute and 50 seconds of blistering Ramones. My back pages, it's fine, just not a fan of the vocals. Can't Seem to Make You Mine. I don't know the original, but this one was interesting musically. There was some weird shit going on in it. Have You Ever Seen the Rain? Probably my favorite song. They nail it. Joey's vocals add something whenever he says it. I know! It's hard not to get those awesome chills. I Can't Control Myself. Meh. Filler. Surf City. It's fine. It's a covers album. It's not a bad covers album, but it's not the best one either. It's a little lower than mid-tier for me. A lot of filler and a lot of meh. They have better covers scattered throughout their discography. We're about to talk about a better cover on the next album, coincidentally. Maybe 2 top song contenders if I had to make a list of top
Maybe
50s.
even 2.
Yeah, maybe even 2. I mean, hell, we just talked about better covers on the previous record, so it's here, it exists. It's fine. It's not bad. But whatever.
Yeah, it is a covers album. I generally do tend to like covers albums, and this is no exception. I think this one's pretty great. Journey to the Center of the Mind is great starting off. And contrary to what Jason believes, CJ does sound awesome. I like the vocals. I love it when he sings. And it's still, I mean, maybe Stranglehold has a good argument, but I still say that the Amboy Duke stuff was the best stuff Ted Nugent ever did. Substitute, great cover. They even get Pete Townsend on there. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, it's really cool. And then, yeah, Out of Time's got Sebastian Bach on there. Like, the guest stars on this album are really kind of nuts. The Shape of Things to Come, classic song, classic cover, love it. And then, yeah, you get the cover of Somebody to Love with Tracy Lords on there. Again, what's with these guest stars? And tell me they were all there on the same day. Love the cover of When I Was Young. I love the cover of 7 and 7 Is. I love the cover of My Back Pages. I love the cover of Can't Seem to Make You Mine. That's Have You Ever Seen the Rain's probably my least favorite Creedence song. So if I gotta listen to it, at least give me Joey's version. I can take that. I Can't Control Myself, I think is great. Surf City, I think is. They got better surf covers. It's no California Sun. Um, yeah, it's a covers album. I love covers albums. I think all these songs fit. They all make sense. You can go back to the originals and immediately hear the Ramones in there, and great rock and roll songs. I think it's a fun cover. It's the album, and I think it's a fine selection to the discography. Great for shuffles, great for mixtapes.
All right, Acid Eater. So this was my introduction to the Ramones discography. Ripe old age of 9, very impressionable mind at that age. Um, so when I was listening to this, definitely didn't know any of the originals for these songs, except for Have You Ever Seen the Rain? I knew that one. Um, but yeah, it wasn't until shoot, I think I was probably in college when I actually found out most of these were covers. Well, not most, all of these were covers. One thing I will say though, I think I like every single one of these covers more than the originals for every single one of these songs. Uh, I think Journey to the Southern Mind is a genius way to start the album. Once again, Ramones, phenomenal starts. Substitute, I argue that one's a top song contender for crying out loud. It's the vocals on it and everything else going on. I just phenomenal song. Um, Out of Time. I mean, it's their slow paced song, but Ramones has proven they can do a slow paced song really damn well. Shape of Things to Come. It's good. For me, that might have been the low point of the album. Um, but yeah, every other one of these songs, I absolutely.
There's the marquee stick right there.
I mean, every other one of these songs, like I just, and that's me nitpicking because that I love every one of these covers. Like this,
I mean,
if you would ask me at 10 years old or 11 or 12 years old, like name some Ramones songs, yeah, I'd be listing off Substitute, Journey to the Center of the Mind, Surf City. Like that's what I would list off because I didn't know that they were covers. Like, oh yeah, these are really cool Ramones songs.
which again, we talked about this on the Red Hot Chili Peppers, but it comes down to like, what did you hear first? You probably heard most of these songs, if not all of them. I mean, you even said it besides CCR, as you heard them first as a Ramones song, so you're gonna have that. This is what 7 and 7 is sounds like,
Yep,
as opposed to
exactly.
like, yeah, 1993. If you hadn't heard Somebody to Love, you know, it's interesting. Like it's an interesting, what you hear first is what you associate with.
I mean, that's the whole thing. Like, time as a whole is a straight line, but each individual's person's timeline will then weave through that overarching timeline. Then,
Yeah, yeah, it's interesting to me.
like, but I mean, this. I mean, I've got a lot of personal connections to this. I mean, this was the album that I would go to bed, and I would listen to this whole album at least once a week going to bed, and falling asleep to it.
And
Um,
go back and check out our 1993 album, the Decade series. Bill like talks a lot about acid eaters.
mhm. So yeah, that go see if it made the grinder.
Yeah, go
Um,
check that out.
yeah, that's. I mean, I understand, the arguments. Like, well, it's covers album. They didn't write any of those songs. They didn't write the original stuff, but they changed stuff in it to make it a Ramones song. Like, there's Ramones sound added to it
Oh, I mean, this is
that
most
made it
definitely
different.
sounds like a Ramones record for sure.
Like, it's not like, oh yeah, they covered it and now they sound like Ted Nugent or something. Like, no, they don't. Like, not even close. But yeah, I mean, that's where ranking a covers album can get hard though.
Yeah, we know where you guys fall in the ranking of cover albums. You're a little bit more lenient. Tim loves them cover records. Go watch Metallica.
Great. They're just fun.
It doesn't mean that they're bad songs either. It's just like, oh, like there's a reason that they covered the song, and then if they did it well and made it their own, okay, like another gold star there. And if they perform it well, shit, it becomes a great album. A great album amongst other great albums.
Yeah, cover albums are fun. You got anything else to add about Acid Eaters?
Oh, but let's get to the ranking.
Yeah, let's get to the rankings. All right. I'm just going to put mine here. I ain't gonna fucking bother with it. It's a covers record. Tim. No, Tim's going to be tricky. Better than Subterranean.
Correct.
Better than Brain Drain.
Correct.
This is the toss-up here. Better than Animal Boy.
You're right there. It's going right there.
That's where...
No, it's not better than Animal Boy.
Oh, okay. Whew. I know it wasn't better than End of the Century. Ain't no fucking way. Only a fool would put it above End of the Century. All right, let me look at Bill's rankings here. Let's just go ahead all the way up to Rock to Russia and slide that down. Let's do another chunk there. Let's go ahead and slide in down. Only a complete fucking fool would put it above the first two. So 3 is my final answer.
You know, if going into this...
Don't you pull a Brian now.
No. Going before listening to the entire discography, I would have said this album would have been top 3, if not number 1, for me. Going in, before listening to everything. After listening to everything, it's not that high.
Oh, thank God. Is it... Well,
It's better than Rocket to Russia.
Okay. Let's just get that out the way. You said it's better than Rockin' Russia.
Yes.
Market's coming for you. Where's it at, Bill? Because this makes no sense to me. My
It's right
brain is
below
melted.
Animal Boy.
My brain has melted.
Acid Eaters above Road to Ruin.
My logic, the brain, my logic is just, I've shut down. Like, Animal Boy is above Acid Eaters, but they're both above Rock. Like, I can't, and Road to Ruin, I can't, like, I can't physically look at that anymore. Stick around. We're going to talk their last record, Adios Amigos. Let's see where it goes. We all know it's better than Acid Eaters, at least, right?
Well, that means it's better than Rocket to Russia. Stay tuned.
No. I wouldn't say it's that high. Stick around, like, subscribe. We're talking the last Ramones record, then we're going to do some top songs, and then we might do some Is It Art? So, be safe, make good decisions.
Listen to Acid Eaters.
I wanna know, have you ever